And I think what I'd like to do is ask Secretary Azar, who's done a fantastic job, to come up and just say a few words about the fact that we reached substantially now more than 1 million tests. Please. Thank you, Alex.
Well, thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership in marshaling all the resources that we have for this unprecedented testing effort. And thank you, Mr. Vice President, for leading a whole-of-economy approach to testing. As the President mentioned today, the United States...
We've been listening now live to President Trump and the coronavirus task force. He just announced they have reached 1 million coronavirus tests that have been sent out and tested. Let's continue to listen in for this daily update.
I want to thank every partner that has been involved in this effort. That includes all of the men and women of the FDA and the CDC, including Director Redfield and Commissioner Hahn. Together, the FDA and CDC have worked to balance the need for testing on an aggressive scale with the scientific rigor that Americans expect. Working with our testing coordinator.
And is it possible you had coronavirus earlier this year? Maybe you didn't even know it. Well, here's Dr. Oz shedding some light.
You keep thinking about that cough you had in early January. What about your slight fever back in December? Turns out you're not alone. Many people are looking back on the last time they were sick, wondering if it was actually the coronavirus. But how do you know for sure? Well, let's review the facts. The CDC confirmed the first case of COVID-19 in the U.S. on January 21st. Now, while it's possible some cases arrived here before then, they would have been connected to travel from China and not widespread, meaning you probably wouldn't have been exposed. Additionally, it's important to remember many viruses can cause upper respiratory symptoms like influenza A, influenza B, or RSV. The takeaway, it's unlikely you had coronavirus earlier this year just because you had a cough or other respiratory symptoms. And unfortunately, we don't yet have an effective way to test if you've had the virus and recovered. So for now, assume you haven't been exposed and continue to practice proper hygiene and social distancing. I'm Dr. Oz. This has been your COVID-19 News Minute.
Now, CBS 46 Pinpoint Weather, certified Atlanta's most accurate forecast.
Clouds already starting to build in. No rain yet, but that is going to change very quickly tomorrow as our next system arrives. The rain will wash away all of the pollen. So if you do have seasonal allergies, you're going to want this rain. It will be here tomorrow afternoon. Right now, just seeing cloudy skies over Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and there's the Georgia Aquarium. Things have been